everybody. Welcome to Let's Learn Excel. I'm your Excel instructor. Guys, today we will be covering all the functions introduced in Office 365. And these functions have been introduced in 2016 in Office 365 and they are very much useful. So you can see tag join is the function is very much useful when we have to concatenate and which is not possible with simple concatenate function. So today in this session we are going to cover all those things, though we have already covered that if we have kind of a long list how to concatenate without tag join. So this function has been introduced in 2016, keeping all the things in mind where people struggle to concatenate number of items. With concatenate function it's not possible, but with transpose and concatenate, that combination, if we use that, is possible. Then you can concatenate everything. So let me walk you through what else is there to cover today. So this is the function which we are going to cover. So in all the slides we have tried to explain everything, but before we get into that, so let me start the things which we actually cover in our last session. So we have covered these things where we have covered Excel aggregate function exercises. So you can see, let me just complete this also so that we are aligned. So now guys, you can see this is the one where we are telling, sort and unique list with Excel formula. So guys, what does it mean? Sort and unique list with Excel formula. How we can achieve this task? Sort and unique list with Excel formula. So sort and unique list with Excel formula, and then find out the age and DOB. Extract the number from us to find the longest word in a string. So let's do one by one and see how much we can cover today. So guys, extract the numbers. So let's start with this. Maybe let's start with this. So extract unique data from a list that we have covered, and sort and unique. Let's cover this. All right. So now, okay, so sort and unique list with Excel formula. Guys, if I tell you we have some name, let me type some name and stay connected. This is a kind of very useful formula, and it will be easy if you focus on this. So I'm just putting some name, Sylvie, and see, I'm also sometimes putting these names one by one. So if I want random names, so is there any shortcut to get some random names? So just put some random name over there. So you will understand how I can get this name, Sylvie, and I'm putting some name Matthew, and I'm putting some name Robert, and now John, and Vicky, and Molly, guys. And now let's put Abhi. See, and now these are the names. We have put. We don't know if we have to remove duplicate or something. Whatever. So I want some random names, guys, over there. What we can do? So you can just do this. Select everything, and and put this in an array. Press F9. So you can see these are the ones. But guys, if you use a transpose, is I will tell you what I'm doing here. Press F9. So I need this array. It is in raw form. Okay, so what happens now? Once I get these names, press F9, because all the names I have to copy. Control C and remove that. Now I want to use rand between. So guys, how many form names are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 names are there. 1 comma 7. So this actually will give me a random random names, and before that I can use choose function, guys. So now you understood how beautifully I have used this function. Other than choose function, this is my index number, and after that I cannot type all the names one by one, guys. It will be very irritating for anybody if they have to get the random names. Now you see the magic here. If you drag this, you see they are all random names. All right, so it will save my time. So you can use this way. So let me just control shift it down, control C, the shortcut alt control V, and then I can convert all the values in all the formulas in value. You can see that. So now the condition is that I have to sort and I have to get unique values in this column. Sort and unique values. So find out the unique values and sort with the formula. All right. So this is the ask. Find out the unique values and sort with the formula. How we can sort these values without using our data sort feature. You know that. How we can do that? Understand this. Equal to. Let me put this entire things in a range, guys. Let me put that. Let me put that n in range. All right. So how we can do that? Equal to countif. You can use nn comma less than criteria and nn. Guys, what does it mean? We are telling here count if nn less than nn. I want to find out here how many names are there which are below Matthew. All right. So you can see that below Matthew it is telling 7 names. Press F9. So there are 7 names which are below Matthew. Below Molly, there are 14 names. So this is the thing which we can use that. And what is happening now in this formula. If I do that, this is the function which is working. But understand that 7 is the value. So if you just press F9, so that there is some value 0. So what is 0, guys? What is 0? I have to find out that 0 because that is the name. Like what is the name? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So you can see that 16th name. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 14 15 16. Abhi is the guy who will come on the top. Okay, so now how we can do that, guys? In this function you can use again countif, and this is called expandable range. You have to give expandable range, and then you have to select nn, guys. Now understand that what did we do here? We have used expandable. If you drag this, it will become now let me lock that. Press F4. So what happens now? If I drag this, suppose the name has come here or some names or whatever, and another name will come here. If you drag this formula, some other name will come. So I know it is difficult to understand, but let me complete this formula, then you will understand this better why we are doing this way. Now see that part, what actually is the how this formula is working. Control Z, and if you just do this way, press F9. So now what is happening, guys? You have to search the location of 0. So now this function is ready with us. Control X you can do, so that you can start 0. We are looking for Control V and then 0. Understand this, what actually we are doing. So if I do F2, Control Shift Enter, it is giving 16th, and whatever, guys, understand this is actually the array. It is giving Control Z. So if you just see that index and use this, guys, press F2, Control Shift Enter. Abhi has come, guys. Now after Abhi we got John. If you keep on dragging, you guys, these are the people who are actually unique over there. You can see Abhi, John, Matthew, Molly, Robert, Sylvie, Vicky. So understand now, if I put Z, 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 this is the last guy. All right. So now how did we do this? You have to understand. Let me tell you something. You know, this is the function. So understand now what I'm doing over there. So I have to find out countif. Countif, this is my range. You can press F3, guys. F3 will tell you the range. Rather than selecting entire array, you can also select like that. And then the criteria. The criteria is that less than, guys. This is the less than criteria. And then you can press ampersand. Again, you can put nn, guys. See, if rather than selecting array, it is easy to select the name range. So now you see it is telling me, you can see that nn. So this is how it works. Abhi 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So if you use this array, all right, you can see that nn. So now nn. All right. So if you look at this, press F9. So below Matthew, we are having seven people. So below Matthew, we have 7 people. Now let me just control C and sort it out somewhere else. So now if I put this data and sort A to Z. Now you see below Matthew, how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you understand, like before Matthew, we have 7 people. Agree? So before Matthew, we have 7 people, and before Molly, we have 7 people again. So you can see before Molly, we have 7 people. If you go back to formula and there, so you can understand before Abhi is there. Now press F9. All right. Understand now, Molly. So Molly comes second range. So before Molly, we have 14 people. Now if you go there, Molly. So before Molly, so you can see before Molly we have 14 people, Abhi and Matthew, because Abhi has been repeated 7 times and Matthew also repeated 7 times. So you know that this is how the function works. So now what is happening after we got these counts, before that, in that function we are assuming this above cell has something. So if you look at this formula, let me remove everything. This part is clear, guys. you know where you are asking, like zero count if nn whatever, and then why we are doing some nn, because this function, if you look at, let me just press F2, control shift enter, it will be easy for you, control shift enter. So now we got Abhi, we got John. If you look at Matthew, so Abhi and John total will be how much? If you look at Abhi and John, Abhi and John, Abhi and John, it will be 7, guys. Okay, if you look at the formula, it will be 7. So now if you just go there and the formula sum count if, why we are doing sum, because we have to find out Abhi and John, total count. Press F9. Let me show you something. Press F9 from there. Press F9. Now you see that 7. So before Matthew, we have Abhi and John. Total count of Abhi and John is 7. That's why we have used sum. Because if you use this function, you can understand this function. It will give you array. Some 7 will 4 and 3, whatever. You can see this value also. So what is happening if you just remove this function? Count if. Let me show you an example how we can use. If I remove these two names, Abhi and John, control C and put over there, and after that I'm putting Matthew, or maybe I have to find out, uh, count if, this is my range. All right, maybe I have to find out, this is my range. All right, this is my range. Maybe you can do that way, just just for understanding purpose. I'm just telling guys over there. Now if you put n guys, all right, what is happening here? Count if, this is actually, you can say that over there we are using range comma count if. All right, so over here also we are using count if. So if you press F9, so now you understand, this will give the array, because we are using, understand again, count if, this is my range and this is my nn. I got two name, and in the range what is the criteria, these names. So it is giving me, kind of this scenario. Press F9. So it is just telling you how many people are there. You can just sum that value. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 people are there. So Abhi and Johan are repeated 7 times. You can see over there. Abhi and John are repeated 7 times. So that 7 number we are actually removing from the, from this whatever we have. Like, if we are looking for this Sylvie, how many people are there before Sylvie? So before Sylvie, how many people are there? So you can say that before Sylvie, almost we have these people. So 23 people before Sylvie. So if we get Sylvie data or whatever data, so that it actually works on the base of the names which we get in the adjacent column. So now we have seen that Abhi and John has been repeated 7 times, and after that we are putting Matthew over there. So if you keep on dragging this function, you will understand. If you look at these three values, so it will count the occurrence, and then it will sum all the occurrence, and then reduce from the main data. So you can understand, wherever is the 0, so it will actually capture the location of 0, and inside index function you are passing that location and getting the result in your column. I hope it is clear to you. See, I know the formula is little tricky, but once you start by yourself, it will be easy now. Okay, guys, I hope you found this useful. So let me jump to my next thing. So this is also clear. So guys, now find out the age from DOB. So find out the age from DOB is also very interesting function. So how you can do that? Let me just see if the function is available. So you can say that TED dated 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 if. So this function is not available. Let me show you somewhere else. Dated if function. Okay, no problem. So guys, if the suppose function is also not there, but how we can get the date of birth, age from date of birth? Any shortcut, guys? Like if you have the kind of date of birth, how we can find out that age? So if you have to put some date, suppose somebody was born in 23rd, all right, and maybe let me type 1209 and 1988. So this is the age, date of birth of somebody else. If you just do control one, if you do control one, you see that if you read this way, yes, 12th September 1988 is the date of birth of somebody else. So now if you have to find out the age, how you can find out the age from this date, guys? From this date, how you can find out the age? So you know that function equal to uh, today. Today is the function minus, you can just this. All right. So now if you just control one, I'm just showing you some example, guys. So now if you see that this is actually the number we are getting. All right, 11771. So if you just so this is another way where you can understand 360 or 365, whatever. So you can see this is the age. Find out the age from DOB. So from date of birth, you can find out the age. If somebody born 84, all right, and the age is 36. So this is how you can calculate the age. It will get you the somewhere an integer number. All right, if you do that way. If you don't get integer number, go to your home and decrease and whatever. You can decrease the decimal and everything. You can get. You can see. You can choose those options accordingly. I hope you found this useful. So now let me tell you another example. This is also clear. So now search this, search and find out count. This is amazing, guys. This is one of my favorite, and let me show you guys. All right. So understand now what is the ask. Search and find count where 6, 3, and 2 are there. Examples this. So let me put some examples. I want every number should have 632. So you can say that 632, 236, you know, uh, 452. Let me put some dummy number, guys. All right. So by just seeing the numbers, we can't make out like 236, 236. Everywhere it is repeated. All right. So I'm just putting some numbers over there. Okay, 236. Okay, it doesn't have six. I'm putting number over there. I'm putting some 7, 8, 9, 5, 4, 3, 2. So now you have to find out the total count of the numbers where 632 is there. All right. So how we can do that? So how we have to find out the total count. So let me do that. Equal to search. Search we are using asterisk sign 6 and then again asterisk sign, guys, 3 and again asterisk sign and 2. This is how you can search the criteria. So if you see that it is getting you the value error, guys, what is the problem here? Search you are getting C2. So you have to see that why the formula is not working over there. All right. So let me do Control Z again and see we are searching 632, guys, because you have to put that asterisk at the end also. All right. So now if you evaluate that function, what is that function? first you see that what function is telling you. Search, find text within text. So find text means we are searching that asterisk, 6, all right, and then again you are searching asterisk. So can we search this within text? Let's see, does it really give the result? Yes, it is giving the result. 632. All right. So if you see that we are getting that result, but the criteria is that we have to find 6, and after that we have to find 3, and then we have to find both the things. So it is giving me error, guys. All right. So how we can actually achieve this task, guys? We have to find 632. All three criteria. So if we have to find 632, what we can do, there are multiple ways. So this is the one, 6. Let me tell you something. If you just put this criteria, I'll tell you both the ways, guys. Okay. So maybe equal to, you can use AND criteria. All right. This is the one, 0. So this is actually one thing. Clear? Control C. Now if you go there, and now if you go there, there are three things, guys. All right. 6. Over here you can write 3, and here you can write 2. So now this is actually the criteria. So wherever is the true, you actually got the value count, and now you can use that countif function. Countif, this is my range. All right. And now this is actually true. True you can put this way. All right. It is getting you 16 count, guys. It is getting you 16 count. So guys, now you know that we got 16 count here. So, so this is actually the way, and 632, anywhere 632 you can get that. This is the way. So we have other options also. If you have 632, so what this function is doing, guys? What this function is doing? It is searching first 3, and 6, and then 3 and 2. If all the criterias, you know, uh, if all the things are happening, guys, if all the things are happening, it is searching 632. This AND function is getting boolean values, guys. This AND function will get you the boolean values, and after we get all true, we're getting this result. Now let me change this question again. Where 6 3 values are there, this is actually clear. Actually, can we do that in a different way? Let's find out. Let me change this in a different way. Let's find out and search the values in sequence. Search the values in sequence as 2 3 6, 2 3 and 6. So we have to find out. Suppose let me change this value, 2 4 2 2 4 and 3 6. So this should be entertained, because I'm not talking about that 2 3 6 in a sequentially. I'm talking about 2 3 6 in that order, but anywhere in the digit. For example, this, of course this criteria will be met in our function, but if you look at other criteria also, that will also kind of useful in our function, guys. All right. So now you see that this function we have to find out 2 3 6, guys. All right. 2 3 6. How we can do that? So let me do something here itself. Let me put kind of insert column, and you will understand, and stay focused here. Equal to SEARCH, search function we are finding, and putting asterisk sign. We are putting 2 3 6 2, and then again you put asterisk sign, and then 3, again you put asterisk sign, and then you put 6. Understand what actually I'm doing here within text. So the result is 1, guys. Okay. If you just go down, the wherever we are getting 1, in that cell we are getting 2 3 6 in a sequence. If I put that number 2, 2 1 1 3 5 and 0, so this also will be count, because it is coming 2 3 and 6, and whatever is 2 3 6, of course it will come. But if I put 1 over there also, the result will always be the same, because 2 3 6 is in the sequence. So now this is the result. You can just count one, but how we can do that in single kind of formula. You just control C. You can use some product function here, some product, and you can use this entire function, and you can select the entire array, guys. So this is my entire array. All right, and now you can see that this function of course will get you true false errors also, correct? You can log the formula by pressing F4. So you know that error is coming because that function is getting you some errors and values the way you are getting here. So you have to convert everything is number. All right, is numbers. Now you see we have converted everything in number, but if you see those values will get you true false, guys. Press F9. So as we have already discussed that true false has to be converted into 1 and 0 once you make double minus, guys. All right, so once you have double minus, you can see the result that 16 count are there where 236 is available. So you can see this has different mechanism. This function, it is searching in a sequential way. 236 any digit, but it has to be in a sequence. Any location, it has to be in a sequence. 236, you can see this example, it is in sequence. 2 3 and 6 is not there, but that's why the value error is coming. If I put 6 over there, the number will become 17, guys. You can see number are 17. Understand this, and the function which we are used, it will search anywhere 236, guys. You can see we are getting error over there, but if I mention over there, you know 6 4 2 and 2 now 8 and now 2, it will give in this D column true value because it is searching anywhere 236. This formula is searching anywhere 236, but this formula is searching in a sequential way 236. All right, guys, I hope you found this useful. Let me jump to now next scenario. Guys, these are the functions which we have designed for you to help you understand the basic concept of Excel. What we can explore in Excel, that is up to you. The more you practice, the perfect, you will become better. Okay, and the more perfection you will get in Excel formulas. It's all practice, guys. Now we are left with this formula, and we are left with extract numbers from a string. So guys, extract number from a string. Let me do that first. Let's extract numbers from a string. So if you just do that, extract numbers from a string, how we can do that? Let me type some names. Okay, we have to find out only the numbers. How we can do that, guys? So guys, stay focused. This formula is very much useful. I hope you will love this formula where we can use all the formulas in one go. Understand now, I have to find out each character. I have to look through each character in this string. I have to find out is any number or not. So you can use mid function. This is my text, and start number. As I told you, you can use row indirect function to get into the looping condition, guys. Okay, so row indirect, you can use length function, and now you can see the formula is shifted every time I want to check only one character. So you can say that every time we want to check only one character, but this is the loop which is happening. All right, so you can just see this formula, what this formula is giving us the result. Press F9. It is extracting all the characters in a different way, guys. All right, as I mentioned that you can use this kind of things where you understand now. Press F9. F9, it is getting you this. All right, so now understand, if you do control Z, all right, control Z, so control Z, you do that, only this you're getting. So here you can understand uh, whether you use, see, if you use this way, it is getting you one result, but over there if you use is number, all right guys, is number, so it will get you true and false, guys. You can see it will get you true and false and numbers also. Press F9. So now you can see true and false we are getting. And what we can do here after we get this function, can we, we have to find out the location actually, wherever true is there or false is there. So can we multiply these values, with our row indirect function, guys? Row indirect, 1 ampersand length. So length of this, what we are doing over there, we are actually multiplying all true false values wherever number is located by all the rows. A row indirect function is giving us row. Suppose this text has 15 characters, so 1 to 15, numeric values will be, multiplied by these values. So you can see that what result we are getting now. So you can see F9. F9. Now you see that 8, 9, 10 is the location where the number is located, guys. All right. So now, can we use this as an array? Like, you can convert this control X, control, control Z. You can use control X. Actually, I'm just doing control X because it is easy for me to have cleanliness in the formula. I have converted that into array. I have used index function. Inside index function, you can see the argument. This is a complete array, and row number I am putting 0. And you can see this, entire things F9 value. You can read that everything has come in a proper, in a column manner. All right. So now what we can do in this function, after we get everything, you can actually use, large function, guys. All right, large function you can use because I will tell you the logic what we are doing here. Large function we can use, and again you can use row indirect ampersand length of, this function, and then you can see the result. Actually, if you see that what result we are getting, it has made everything in reverse. Press F9. You can see 10, 9, 8. Why 10, 9, 8 we are doing? Because if you see that this is first location, second location, third location, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10. So 10, 9, 8. It is giving us 10, 9, 8, guys. All right. Press F9. 10, 9, 8 it is giving. So now what we can do in this function, guys? You have to tell me. We have to find out, all the numbers, because if you see this function, press F9, what will happen, guys? See, if we use inside mid, so 0, it will give some result 0. So can we add, in our function plus 1, so that we can use this entire array in the mid function, control X. Now you can use mid function, and then this function you can use, and you can concatenate with 0, and then you see this is my start number. And what is my number of characters, guys? What is my number of characters? Number of characters is inside mid function we are using this function. So let me tell you one more thing. If we do that way, press F9. What is happening, guys? 11, 10, 9. If we have to find out all the locations, mid actually always we have to give 1. If you just select again and 0, comma, you just see that if you do 1, see what result we are getting, guys. What result we are getting? Press F9. We are getting again the same result. All right, do control Z. So do control Z, guys. Understand now what is missing in this formula. What is missing in this formula, because this is quite bigger formula. So we have to be very careful now. Press F9. 11, 10, 9. If I add 0, it will give me 11th location, which is 2, 5, 2, whatever. And but if I search one location, so we have to do something here. We have to use this entire function, and then use 0 in the beginning, 0 ampersand this function, and then we have to use this, and then we have to use this, so that every first location will be 0. So you know that what result we are getting, guys. Press F9. So 254, these values I am getting here. All right, inside mid. So you can use this function this way, and you can see the result you are getting. This now, press F9. You are getting 254, guys. 254 you're getting. So understand, if we have got this result, and if we multiply all the numbers, with that, uh, 10 power 10 power row indirect function. We can use this function this way, ampersand length of this function, guys. All right, now this, now you understand. Again you have to do this activity. Press, see, you can stretch this function. All right, so now you understand. Press F9. So this is the result, 452. Somewhere we are close, guys. If we divide all the values by 10, the first value 250, all right, and 400, the result we got, guys. All right, if we divide everything by 10, can we see the result now? Press F9. You can see, yes, this is the result, 452. So now we can just use some product function, guys. All right, we can use some product function. Now if you see that, F2, control shift enter. So F2, control shift enter, guys. No, we are not getting the result, guys. So what is the problem? Do control Z again. Do control Z again. Maybe you can remove this part. Again we go to the formula. What is missing? Because if you see that, press F9. Let me just do control Z again. Sorry. Control Z. So now see that we have used this function. So if you use this function, press F9, 250, 400 something we got. So if you use some product function and then you use this bracket, see what result we are getting. All right, what is happening, guys, over there? 10 power row indirect function. So 10 power row indirect function. If you just divide this by 10, so 10 power, everything is fine in this function. If you just go to evaluate formula and see what actually we are doing here. This is how you can evaluate your formula, guys. All right, it is giving us the result, correct? Very good. Now understand that what this result is coming now. So 452 we have to achieve. So if we don't use this function, some product, guys, all right, if we don't use this function, is the result coming to us? Once again you check everything. Press F9. 250, 400. So we have to do some kind of total. Like if you do again this way, all right, this is my array, guys. All right, so if you use some function, what happens now? Press F2, control shift enter, guys. So you can see whether now you have to apply some product also in that function, because if you just see that some PRODUCT, some product, so some product also is working here. So if you change any name, A B C D E F 1 2, and this is, and now see that number 12887, the result is correct, 12887, guys. This is the formula which we have to use. So as I explained this formula in a very efficient way, to help you understand each and everything, why we are putting 10 power sign, guys. I tell you something, in mathematics, if you have 1 2 3 4, the first value we are getting 4, and then 3, and then 2, then 1, the last value we are multiplying 1000. All right, and then this value is multiplied by 100, and this value is 30, and this value is 4. What is the total, guys? 1 2 3 4. So this is the value, 1 2 3 4. This is the value is getting. So now you see they are all basic mathematics which we have used over. This is the total of 1 2 3 4. So guys, I hope you found this useful. So now, guys, let me jump faster this formula, like Office 365 functions. Guys, in Office 365 function, which I have already explained you, let me go back to the PPT where we have prepared some functions for you. Okay, this is the function. Tax join, guys. Tax join is the function, with a specified delimiter. Tax join, this actually is a self-explanatory function where it, you know, joins the strings with the specified delimiter, with the delimiter given in that formula. So this function allows you to pass complete array. ignoring blank cells, tax join. Let me jump to the exercise for you guys. You can see this is one of the exercise I'm just showing you. Let me tell you something. uh, okay, let me put some names over there. Okay, let me put some names. Sylvi is Sylvie, John, Maria, Vicky, Anu, ZZZ, Matthew. All right, let me put that in proper format. Matthew. Suppose you have a list of names. Suppose you have a list of names of 100 people, or maybe some 200 people. Guys, understand how you can concatenate everything. You can't just use concatenate function. All right, you can't just use concatenate function, guys. Or what you have to do, you have to use tax join function over there. Tax join. So what is my delimiter, guys? This is my delimiter. And ignoring empty, so you can just use true. All right, and then you can select entire array. So now you see this is how the function works, guys. Tax join function, this is how the function works. Let me show you again. Equal to text join. So what is my delimiter? I want pipe symbol, guys. Pipe symbol, and then ignore empty values. Yes, true. And then I'm passing all the values in one go. You can select the entire range, and you can just see the result is available with you. In text join function, you can select anything. If you have some blank value also, your result will not be impacted. Though the name which we had earlier, Vicky is there. You can see Vicky is there. Okay, but if you remove Vicky will be removed, but the result will not throw you an error. So this is one amazing example we have seen. Now let me jump to now next example. This is the example which we have covered now. This is the ifs function, guys. Ifs. So this function can run multiple tests and return a value corresponding to the first true result. This function is an alternative nested if. See, there are lots of people who are complaining. Uh, you know, Normal if function is very confusing. They keep on passing lots of ifs. They have to nest multiple ifs. Yeah, of course, but this function has been introduced in 2016 Office 365, and this function has really helped lots of people to this is user friendly function, guys. Let me show you an example. If we have available over here, you can see this is the function. If you can actually define all the criteria in one go. If G5 greater than 90 should be excellent, G5 greater than 80 should be better, if G5 greater than 70 should be good, whatever. Guys, what matters most in that formula? What are you noticing? You should be a little bit good in mathematics. Then this formula easily can be dealt with. So now let me jump to the Excel file where I can show you some example of these things. Let me show you if that example we have with us. Okay, now you see that this is the example which is available with us. And now let me remove everything and let me do it again for you. Equal to, you can see the criteria is that greater than 90. Greater than 90, they are telling excellent. All right, greater than 90, they're telling excellent, and they're telling 80 to 90. They're telling better. All right, and they're telling 70 to 80, they're telling good. All right, and they're telling 60 to 70, they are telling it should be okay, and 60 to 70 should be okay. And now they're telling uh 10 to 50 should be fail. Do that criteria 10 to 50. Let me just uh, put that way, inverted commas, 10 to 50. All right, so 10 to 50 is also fail. But now tell me how we can use ifs function. Equal to ifs, understand the argument, logical test comma value if true 1. So this is talking about 1. I'm telling if this greater than 90, it should be excellent. All right. Now, second criteria. Again, you select the same criteria. How easy is that to use in ifs function? If this greater than 80. Now understand here we have to pause for a minute and understand this function. If G5 greater than 90, we are telling excellent. If G5 greater than 90, we are telling excellent. Suppose it got 80 or 82 value. So it will give the excellent and then it will come out of that formula. If the value is 85, of course it's not greater than 90, it will go to second one, the value is greater than 80. So this is how you can manage your if function, but you have to practice, guys. Unless you practice, you can't master the functions, but trust me, they are very easy functions in Excel which works on the basis of logic given. So logical decision has to be always rational, correct. Always give second thought to the logic before you give the final decision. So now you see if this value greater than 70, it should be good. All right. And now, sorry, we have to put some comma. Now we are telling if this value. So let me park this function somewhere else. So let me just copy this function, Control C, and I can see that. Okay. So you can just so now good. And now we are telling if this greater than 60, it should be okay, guys. All right. And now you're telling if this value is greater than 1, then we are telling it is fail. Understand now this function. Of course, whoever gets 80, it is good. Now let me just tell you the formula, how this formula works. So are you okay with 98 excellent? Yes, 98 excellent is correct. Let me highlight with our color. 98 excellent. 81 is better. Of course, 80-90 is better. This is also better. It is meeting our criteria. 46 is good. Do you think 46 is good? Actually, it doesn't seem to be good because 46 means you can see greater than 70, greater than 60. So over here, we have to tweak our formula. We are telling good 46. So it means the formula we have used is correct. But as you know that we have the criteria 10 to 50. So 10 to 50 is fail. So what you can do that if that criteria comes here 56 greater than 60 greater than 70. Now we have to put over there uh, 10 to 50 we are telling fail. So again we have to drag this function. So why this formula is fail, we have doubt over there. This criteria 90 is better. Let me make it red now. So 90 is better. Of course 90 is better. If you see that 65 is good, 65 is not good. So wherever we have the good criteria, it is telling 72 is good, 72 is good. Let me put it green, guys, and let's correct this formula in a different way. 72 is good, 72 is good, 71 is also correct, guys. 65 is good, 65 should be okay. So now understand why this formula is not working, guys. So you can see 46 is good and 65 is not good. 90 greater than, 80 greater than better, FT is greater than 70. We are telling greater than 70 and 60 greater than, the formula which we have used. Let me put that formula again, guys. It will be easy for us to understand. So here we are telling if G5 greater than 90, we are telling excellent. If G5 greater than 80, and let me do that if formula is correct, right? If G5 greater than 80, we are telling better. And sorry, this is F5, guys. We have done the wrong formula. It should be G5. So understand always when you select the value, it should be correct, guys. All right, now this is better. So we have selected incorrect, range. Let me put no fill. Is 80 correct? 80 correct. 80 means good. You can see 80 means good. Yeah, it is correct because if you look at the formula, we are telling greater than 80 is better. So 80 to 90 is better. So 80 is good, guys. So let me put green over there. So this is how the logic is built. 72 is good. Yes, of course it is good. And 71 is good. Of course 71 is good. 65 is okay. Yes, 65 is okay. You can see that 90 is better. Of course 90 is better because greater than 90 is excellent. And 81 is better. Yes, this is also correct. And 98 is excellent. Yes, it's very much correct. 46 is fail. Of course 10 to 50 is fail. So this is actually better. So what did we commit an error earlier? Rather than selecting G5 or G range, we have selected F range. Now you know how to use ifs function, guys. This is easy to use, but ensure that you have to select the correct range. G7, 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 everywhere, you know, the same range. All right. So let me jump to my next function. Ifs is clear, guys. This is one of the easiest way to handle nested if. And now let me to tell you max ifs. And max ifs, this formula itself is self-explanatory. Max and ifs, you have to find out maximum value on the basis of multiple conditions. Conditions can be multiple, two, three, four, five, whatever conditions you are giving in the function. Let's see this example. We are finding out the maximum value on two criteria as follows. So here we are finding out B2 and A1, the maximum value. Let me go to one of my examples. This is the example which we have done. So let me find out and let me put some values. B2, A1, B6, B6, A5. Let me put that B6, A5. Let me put no color first. Go there and no fill. I want to find out B5, A4. Let me copy this also. Let me copy this also. Guys, you know this value, and this value. If I put this value, you know, somewhere, so what is my maximum value? Of course, this. But you know, this is the tiny data set where you can easily make out, you can easily understand. Your eyes can just you see this data. This is the maximum value. All right. So, but you know, if you have large data, it is difficult then. So how you can execute this with max ifs? You know, max ifs, the first criteria or first argument is max range, and you know criteria range 1. So you select this criteria first, and comma criteria range 1. You can select this criteria range 1, and then you can write B5. Again criteria range 2. You can select, guys, this criteria, and then put the second criteria, which is A4. All right, and now see the result. This is the result we got. Max ifs. And trust me, guys, before, you know, we have this function available in Office 365. In our Office professional version, we don't have this, you know, function. But guys, it is very difficult. You have to use some product function or, you know, max ifs function. What if you have large data? So this is the amazing function which actually helps you to write long code. So guys, keep on practicing. This is one of the beautiful functions. So now let me put, you know, some value 2, 3, 4. I know this is the minimum value. So rather than putting max ifs, you can find out now min ifs. Min ifs, MINIFS, min ifs. You can see min ifs. You are getting 234 the result. So max ifs, min ifs, it is clear, guys. Now you practice this function. Let me jump to now next function, guys. Max is clear, and now let me tell you next function. Min ifs is also clear, guys. This is max if slides, and this is min if slide where we are finding out these values. And one more thing, let me tell you, max ifs will automatically ignore empty cells also. See, this is the inbuilt function which ignore empty cells, and this function returns 0 if no criteria is met. All right, now let me go to next function. Switch function. Switch function is the last function of the day. Office 365. This function actually acts like dictionary. Let me immediately go to Excel file and show you something, guys. See why I'm showing you the example before I walk you through the slide, because you will understand. Guys, you understand when we have a dictionary, or maybe when we have mobile app or a dictionary available anywhere, how do you look up for the word? You go alphabetically. This is another way. If you search or look up for the word in dictionary, it actually goes to that page and you search like that. All right. So it has some constant values. Let me give one data. If one comes, so we will tell that excellent. All right. If two we are getting, we tell that good. If we are getting 3, we tell that okay. If we are getting 4, we tell that need improvement. So these are the ratings, guys. These are the ratings. So let me tell you something. When you have a database, so when you have a database, you have to assign some kind of rating. Rating I'm putting over there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe some random values I'm putting, guys. Okay, to help you understand these values, let me put 5 also. I'll tell you the secret about 5. Maybe 6 also you will get, because sometimes you won't get exactly correct data from people whom you expect. There can be some issue with the data. Maybe somebody has used some formula, the formula inadvertently goes disturbed. So it's all about logical things. And now let me tell you some examples here. So these are the rating, and these are the guys students name. Okay, students. So let me put some dummy students name A11. So they are my dummy students. So you can see this is the kind of thing. Now I have to find out the status. Like if we have one, so that one has to be called. All right. So now you see that if we get students rating status, let me tell you something on this now. Students rating status. Excellent, good, okay. So guys, either you apply VLOOKUP, but VLOOKUP is not recommended here. See, these are the values. If you apply VLOOKUP, you have to be dependent on this table. The table has to be located in one of the tabs, one of the sheets, which actually someone can delete also. If you have a table of 2, 3, or 4, 5, whatever. So, 4 5 items of table, you have to be dependent on that. And generally it happens when people shift the insert columns, they shift that, then again the formula goes disturbed, because in the formula you defined this kind of things, this range you defined in the formula from G3 up to K6. But when someone, as I told you, inadvertently, insert the formula, the entire, formula goes disturbed and the result is wrong. Maybe sometimes people actually put the column, they don't even realize they are doing the work in a formula based Excel file. So whatever they do, it can disturb the entire things. So guys, be careful when you work on something without being familiar with such things. Don't do anything, you have to be very careful. Now let me tell you how you can achieve this with switch function, whether somebody delete this or whatever. So it won't impact the overall output. Let me tell you something on that. Switch function then comes to rescue. Expression, guys, the expression. If this comma 1, you can see comma 1, then we are telling excellent. All right. EXCELLENT, excellent. Everybody loves excellent word. So and now let me tell you, if value is 2, that we are telling it should be good. All right. Now we are telling if value is 3, we are telling okay. Now we are telling if 4 is there, we are telling need improvement. Need improvement. Guys, understand, apart from all the ratings 1, 2, 3, 4, if someone else gives 5, 6, any number which is not available in our rating criteria, so that value should be incorrect rating. All right, incorrect rating. So let me show you the example what result we are getting. So now you see that 5 6 are the wrong rating, though we have only 4, so incorrect rating. So whatever we have put in that form, let me put that control B, the font, and the font size, let me increase to this. So guys, understand, this function comes to rescue. If someone delete this also, let me delete that, will not even impact the overall output, because the function has been defined in a very professional way. If b4 equivalent to 1, the value should be excellent, 2 is good, 4 is need improvement. So wherever is the 1 is the excellent, and 2 means good. You can see in the formula 2 means good, and 3 means okay, and wherever is the 4 it is need improvement, guys. So switch function is very useful function. As I mentioned, it is nothing but works like dictionary, where you are searching or looking up some word. So this is how this function works, guys. I hope today's session has been very useful for you guys, and keep on practicing. The session has been very kind of full of formulas and everything. We gave you practice sessions also. Keep on practicing, keep on learning. Thank you very much for joining my session. Have a good day. Bye bye.